A very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to our triple header, our third match of the day. I'd like to welcome everybody here to CTV Sports and the World Polo League's Founders Cup at Casablanca, taking on Travieso. Coming to you here from Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 1. You can see there on the bottom of your screen a very comfortable 76 degrees Fahrenheit and an absolutely immaculate condition of that field number 1. Let's take a look at the players. As you can see there, the lineup of the two teams: Casablanca in the white and pink, 26 goals, Travieso in the traditional purple. Well, this looks like it's going to be a cracking game of polo, our second semi-final here on CTV Sports. And if you've enjoyed the action that we've been bringing to you since this morning, great to have you with us again. This, as I said, of course, our second semi-final. Earlier this morning, we had Alegria taking on the Maltese Falcons. Congratulations once again to Fred Mannix and his crew, Jason Crowder, Nick Roldan and Tommy Collingwood, beating the Maltese Falcons by 11 goals to 8. So they have secured a place in Sunday's final. And I'm sure that they'll be watching this game very, very closely, the outcome of which will be their opponent on Sunday. Remember, 4 o'clock, final of the World Polo League's Founders Cup 2025. Very much looking forward to that. Winners last year, of course, Park Place, beating La Irinita 17-14 in that final. Two umpires here this afternoon, our mounted officials, the one and only Esteban Ferrari, and of course, the man with all the talents you could possibly want to have in the world of polo, Dale Schwetz. Our third man is Pepe Araja, and we are about ready for that first ball to be thrown in. Now, I did talk about Sunday. There's a lot going on here at Grand Champions Polo Club also tomorrow, Saturday, the 1st of March. At 1 p.m., the 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy continues with Rosalinda slash Grosida Holmes against Camp Polo. And then also the action continues tomorrow afternoon with the USPA Bronze Trophy, where Global Port are taking on the mighty Quite on Z, who have been doing such a good job in all of their tournaments and also in the USPA Bronze Trophy. So I think the umpires have given the last words of instructions to the captains. I think we're about ready. Just another quick run through. If you've just joined us, Grant Ganzi for Casablanca, the captain at number 1. At number 2, the 6-goaler Hilario Figueras. At number 3, Rufino Bensadon, coming in off 8 goals. And in my book, he's 10, but on paper, he's 9. Sapo Caset, the man in the blue helmet there for Casablanca. And Travieso, as I said, in purple, led by Anthony Calle. At number 1, Vercellino, the very strong man from Chile, playing off 7 goals at number 2. Juan Martin Zubia, for me, another 10-goaler any day of the week. 9 goals at number 3. And Santi Toccalino, the 7-goaler at number 4. Both teams, as I say, with a 26-goal handicap, the highest level or rated polo you will see anywhere in the world outside of Argentina, right here. Not only at Grand Champions Polo Club, but also, of course, on CTV Sports. First knock-in coming then for Travieso and Santiago Toccalino. Just deciding where he's going to play this one. Does the switcheroo, leaves it for Juan Martin Zubia. The switcheroo is the rotation already taking effect here. Santi will chase that long ball from Zubia. Very difficult shot to take here by the number 2, I beg your pardon, by the number 1, Anthony Calle, trying to keep the ball in play, and both of these teams not wasting any time. putting up or turning up the heat. Here we go then, under the next shot. Attempt from the number 4, Sapo Caset, and a pick up perfectly. You could not have picked up that ball up in a better way, as did Ganzi. Gets in a little bit of traffic, player coming across. A little bit of a rub there, very lenient here, the umpire, but that, of course, is why the World Polo League is what the World Polo League is now in its 7th year. Fast, safe, but flowing polo, that is the concept, which, of course, is embraced by all of our superstars here in the 7th edition, as I said, of the World Polo League. Long ball coming then from Juan Zubia, once again keeping his eye out there on Anthony Calle, gets a hook on that halfway line, quickly turned around by Rufino Bensadon. Here the young man, as you can see on the boards, turns it back inside the field. Well played. Has the support there coming from Sapo Caset, but he wants to have a crack at this on his own. Rufino Bensadon. Rufino still trying to work it. In behind comes Ganzi. A lot of traffic in front of that goal mouth. No foul, no whistle. Play continues. This is polo at its finest. Another long ball coming downfield. This time Sapo Caset having to go back as the Secretary of Defense. But look at this, Travieso on the move, and that is going to be easy pickings here for the 9-goaler, Juan Zubia. Wow. Nearly 3 minutes non-stop running and gunning here from both teams. And the pass coming from the man with the number 4 on his shirt, Santi Toccalino, read it well, and Zubia on a straight line. Nothing Sapo Caset could have done there. And Travieso take the lead, 1 goal, 10-0 here in the first chukker. Back to the halfway line they go. And, yeah, ball's thrown into play. And also here, no foul given. It's all about positive play. Once again, on the move here for Casablanca with the number 3. Leaves that one behind. Rufino gives it over to Sapo. Sapo wants to get a little bit closer to goal. An attempt to try and steal the ball off him. Caset now out to the right-hand side. He's found Bensadon. Bensadon to the front. Ganzi is there on the near side. Can he finish? Can he finish? I was going to say that would have been a great combination play, or starting, of course, at the back there with this man and the blue helmet, Sapo Caset. And now we do have our first whistle. Let's have another closer look at this. Yep, clearly easy to spot there, man with the number 1 in purple. Calle already on that line, had the lesser angle. So, let's see where the umpires decide to drop that ball. Looks like it might have been just beyond that 20-yard zone either side of the halfway line, but we're going to have a quick courtesy change. We'll know exactly where they place that ball when they come back after a quick courtesy change. So as I was saying, and everybody here at CTV Sports and, of course, Grand Champions Polo Club, very excited that the World Polo League is up and running again in this, the 7th year. As I said, last year's Founders Cup final was between Park Place, who also won that final against Travieso. Final score in that, I beg your pardon, against La Erinita. The final score 17-14. La Erinita playing against Park Place in that final, who, of course, unfortunately, are not taking part this year. But that's fine. That's fine. It's always good to see many teams make their way through and develop throughout the season. And speaking to some of the players ahead of this second semi-final, very, very keen to get out there and, well, try and make the best of getting into the final on Sunday. And as a result of that right-of-way infringement, which we saw just a few moments ago, a penalty has been awarded in favor of Casablanca. And the man who just teed that ball up there, Sapo Caset, would suggest that he might be taking this penalty himself. So a chance for Casablanca to draw even or level here, still in the first chukker. We've already had our first courtesy change. And away we go with Sapo Caset. Well, you couldn't hit them much better than that if you tried. So well done, Sapo Caset, picking up his first from the spot, from the penalty 4 spot, and that makes it 1 goal apiece with a little under or a little over 3 minutes remaining here in the first period of play. Back to the halfway line they go. Ball's thrown into play, and no rest for the wicked. Quickly, Travieso once again pick up the ball from the throw-in. This time it's Vercellino. He's a dangerous player anywhere on the field. Remember him playing very successful last season with Quite on Z. So keep an eye on the man with the number 2 on his shirt in purple. Always a threat from anywhere on the field. You can see why. Hits those balls so precise and so well. And that whistle of a very slight little bit of shading there, just ever so slightly, a bit of a rub, just coming slightly across, has resulted in a penalty 2, an open goal penalty 2, this time in favour of Travieso, and the man to step up to take this one is Santi Toccalino. And for him also, no mistake there, picking up his first goal of the match from the penalty 2 spot, and that puts Travieso back in the lead 2-1. So a little bit, well, unlike the game this morning, the first semi-final where Alegria just came out guns blazing. 2 quick goals from Fred Mannix, and then another 4 goals, 2 again from Fred and 2 from Nick Roldan. At the end of the second chukker, it was 7 goals. I beg your pardon, it was 6 goals to 0. But they got a goal on handicap, so yes, it was 7 goals to 0. Now the Maltese Falcons did come back towards the second half, but the damage had already been done in those first chukkers. Unlike in this game here, still very, very evenly balanced. Sapo Caset now sends that one upfield, and that's a perfect ball all the way up to the front door, and that should not be a problem at all for the man with the number 2 on his shirt, getting also his first score of the afternoon. Hilario Figueras finds himself in the right place at the right time. The pass coming initially from Sapo, then it stopped over Rufino Bensadon, and here you can see the elegant little touch there from Hilario Figueras, making it 2 goals apiece. A little over a minute and a half remaining. Chukker number 1. This could be a very, very exciting and very close game if they keep within a goal or 2 of each other. Once again, Travieso winning the throw-in. Man with the number 3 on his back, Juan Martin Zubia, takes it out to the boards, and he's another powerful hitter. Goes to the under the neck shot. He had a player at the front there waiting, Tony Calle, but it just ran out. That angle just a little bit too close or too tight for him to try and steer that one in. So Casablanca have possession. Knock-in coming, courtesy of Sapo Caset. Here we go then. Caset, he's got, well, he did have Zubia on his left. He's now gone across and is now playing on the right-hand side. Travieso coming in very early to try and challenge. Back to Sapo. As the time just holds off until everybody's where they should be. Another great pass here for Grant Ganzi, appealing to the umpire. He says, or they say rather, play on. Travieso with a cut shot back over the halfway line, and that could be a 2-man horse race. In comes Anthony Calle. Calle cuts across. Calle, the finish. Well done. Anthony Calle also picking up his first goal. So 3 out of 4 for Travieso having scored. And there was a look over his shoulder. And as I said, as long as the umpires deem no imminent danger to both 4- and 2-legged athlete, they will, of course, be as lenient and forgiving as they possibly can. That will bring us to the end of what was a great first chukker. 5 goals in total. Travieso lead by 3 goals to 2. Make sure you join us when we return for chukker number 2.
if you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is a fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxing, chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
Welcome back, everybody, and once again a warm welcome. Great to have you with the CTV Sports, bringing you live coverage, action of the second semi-final of the Founders Cup 2025, all part and parcel, of course, of the WPL, the World Polo League, this year in its 7th edition. Delighted to be here at CTV Central to bring you the coverage of this second semi-final. If you only just tuned in, then and you didn't know already, this morning Alegria in their first semi-final took on the Maltese Falcons, beat them by 11 goals to 8. So they are going to be waiting for the outcome of this match on Sunday's 4 o'clock final. Make sure you join us for that. As we now go back to the action, it was 3 goals to 2, a total of 5 goals scored, 3 on the account of Travieso, who have won the majority of the throw-ins thus far. A couple of goals coming in from Casablanca, one from Hilario and one from Sapo Caset from the penalty 4 spot. So still all very much anyone's game here. Those so-called first chucker jitters, I think, have died down a little bit. We've got the making of what looks like to be a very, very classic and exciting, fast, high-goal polo match. Casablanca with the backhand shot here. Who can turn first? Ganzi was a little bit too far away, but Sapo Caset certainly wasn't. And just the slightest of touches here, and Sapo Caset picks up his second goal, and with that, the equaliser, making it 3 goals apiece. You can see there how the number 4, Santi Toccalino, had to just hold fire before maybe getting caught out by creating a sandwich. Remember, in polo, you cannot tackle a player from both sides, or you can have 2 meeting 1. So well played, Santi Toccalino. As Dale would say, you got to know when you beat, and that was one of those situations. And then a clinical finish again. Just the most elegant of touches there from Sapo Caset. Back to the action we go. Ball is thrown into play. Caset runs into a little bit of traffic there. Has a man on. Brings the ball over the halfway line, but he gets the support, and that's something which is always very important in polo. You've got to be able to rely on the fact that your teammates are backing you up. Casablanca getting closer and closer to that goal mouth. A shot from the number 3, Rufino Bensadon, and Ganzi with a great finish here. Well, these set plays seem to be working very well here at Casablanca. We saw that happen, very similar sort of play in the first half. Once again, here keeps the ball nice and low on the stick side, and all he has to do is just scoop it up, put it through. Well played, Grant, making it 4 goals to 3. They take the lead, Casablanca, with a little over 5 minutes remaining here in Chukker number 2. And very quickly that ball is thrown in, and very quickly coming out of the starting blocks is Sapo Caset. Well, when it works and when it runs, you want to make the most of it, pick up as many goals as you possibly can. And there is goal number 3 for the 9-goaler. Sapo Caset stealing that ball straight from the throw-in, wasting no time, takes the ball up to the north end of the field, this field running from north to south. And again, clinical finish here from the 9-goaler, picking up his 3rd of the game. Back to the halfway line. We're just waiting there for one more player. And the ball's back in play. And this time it's the turn of Hilario Figueras, another very gifted and all-round talent player. Very good up front in attack or in offense, and also a man who knows exactly what to do when it comes to playing the defensive position. Cheeky little steal here, and it's a very nice little cheeky steal by Juan Martin Zubia. He's got to take on 2 attackers, or defenders, I should say, from Casablanca. Zubia will just walk this one, again going for the far post. Que golazo, and that is goal number 4 for Travieso. Goal number 2 for Juan Martin Zubia. See it again here on the sideboards. And avoids the hook, keeps his composure, and shakes off Sapo Caset, who I think was more interested in to see what the umpire was hopefully going to do, which he did, and that blow that whistle. All looked very straightforward and above board to me as they go in for their second courtesy change here in chukker number 2. So at the moment, 3-1, Casablanca. After losing that opening chukker, 2-3. Very much here now, revving up that Casablanca engine and leading overall by 5-4. And I think we're not going to see any big cushions here as far as one of the two teams running away with it. I think it's going to be a very, very close game between these two semi-finalists. They know who they're up against on Sunday. And let's see who it will end up being, Casablanca and or Travieso. Good shot here of Juan Martin Zubia, who, as I said, has already picked up 2 goals for his team, as the rest of the boys come back out here to get the remaining 3:24 on the clock remaining here in chukker number 2 underway. Back to the halfway line, then they come, or they go, as Esteban Ferrari will throw that ball in now. It's on the halfway line, and the first man to it will be Ganzi. Grant, monster shot, and he's been hitting those balls ever so well all season. Maybe just a little bit too far downfield. Caset couldn't do much with it. Once again, Travieso picking up the ball, and away we go. Unfortunate, unlucky that that one just bounced over the sideboards. So there will be a change of possession. You can see it there, where the ball is being dropped. Now, you've got to be careful here, because this young man, Sapo Caset, I was going to say, can do at least some damage by playing that perfect pass. He was looking for Ganzi. Didn't quite get through to him, and Grant would have put that away had he been given half a chance. Ball goes over the back line. It'll be Santi Toccalino to knock things back into play here with 2:30 on the clock here in chukker number 2. Toccalino plays it out to the left-hand side. Totally unmarked. Play here with the number 3, Juan Martin Zubia. And what you'll see a lot at this level of polo is what we call that one-touch polo. Well, 2 purples coming down the line, and I believe 1 whistle will suffice. As you can see here, it all started. Zubia plays it out to the left. Ganzi near side back. Now, who's on that line first? And who has the lesser angle? Let's see what the umpires make of that one. As I thought, in favor of Travieso, and the ball placement, of course, based on where that right-of-way infringement took place on the halfway line. So a penalty 5B, a job for Santiago Toccalino. To the left. Just beating him to it there, man, with the number 3, Juan Martin Zubia. Now the open backhand from Hilario. Did not go where it should have. And then, of course, I was going to say that was going to get punished, but Casablanca dodging a big, big bullet here. That ball would have normally gone in by Vercellino. Just ever so slightly wide. So back to ball possession for Casablanca. And Sapo Caset. That was one upfield. Oh, very well played here by the number 3. Rufino Bensadon dragging and pulling his team. Bensadon, the finish. Just a little touch. Tried to tee it up. Ganzi wants to work it. Hilario with a little bit of a helping hand. Hilario appealing Thought he was unjustly ridden into there, but umpires, good non-call, I think, allowing play to continue on the boards once again. Juan Martin Zubia decides to take the ball back in field. Ganzi sticking very closely to him. Zubia out to the left-hand side. Will he find a purple shirt? The pickup was very well done here by Anthony Calle onto his stick side. Calle brings his stick nicely down. Good control here. The long distance shot. He might have to put a little bit more pressure on that because he's got Sapo Caset coming. And he'll pick that ball up with maybe 10, 15 yards, if that, in front of the goal mouth. Caset. Still Caset. Calle all it can do is chase. Another perfect pass. And what a great pickup here by Hilario Figueras. That is polo at its finest. I was going to say, and then the touch, the finishing touch. Wow. Well, maybe he got beaten by the bell, but what an incredible second chukker. We will have a very short break. Make sure you don't miss the third chukker action when we come back. Stay with us here, CTV Sports.
World Polo League is back.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us here at CTV Sports, bringing you live coverage and action of the second semi-final, the World Polo League's Founders Cup 2025. Casablanca in the white or the red and pink, or the white and pink, beg your pardon, and Travieso in purple. And what a cracking first two chukkers we had. They left the field two apiece at the end of the first, but chukker number two was very much Casablanca's chukker, with a couple of goals coming from Sapo Caset, and superb also goal coming from Grant Ganzi. Just the one from Juan Martin Zubia. And with that, of course, Casablanca take the lead. They were down 2-3 at the end of the first. They're now up 5-4 at the beginning of the third. Play, of course, will resume. Where that last run by Hilario Figueras was just cut short by the clock. They had such a classic play. Remember, you can go back and watch all the action here on CTV Sports. Just unfortunately on that last play, just running out of time. Here we go then, ball's thrown into play. And Travieso picking up another one with Juan Martin Zubia, another one of those monster shots downfield. He's found Anthony Calle. Ganzi's in front of him, gets a piece of it. He took the drone with him. Caset against the boards. A new line, of course, automatically created, very quickly taken by Vercellino. Stolen by the number 3, by Rufino Bensadon. For Casablanca, just having to bide his time a little bit. to allow his attacking players to come back. Now then, just a little touch there by Zubia, extended. Travieso able to just clear it. And away we go once again with Anthony Calle. Plays it down the boards. Needs to get round and out, round the back, or round the front, really, of Grant Ganzi. There he is. Now then, a little deflection, a little unlucky. So Caset will be the first man to pick up that ball. Stops and turns. Takes a moment to decide who to play it to. Great eye for the ball. And that little play did enough for from Calle to allow Vercellino to have a little run at this. Ganzi going back now, also playing a solid defender. And back to Travieso. Caset cleared by Hilario. But there was a whistle. There was a whistle prior to that. Let's see what happens here. I thought there might have been as well. Ganzi plays the backhand. Yep, and coming down that line there, you see it. There was the number 3 from Casablanca. Rufino Bensadon had already established himself on that line, had therefore, of course, the lesser angle. Good call here by our 2 mounted officials. So from the spot, after this right-away infraction, straight away taken very quickly by Caset. Back to Bensadon, back to Caset. A lot of space here on the right side of the field. Now Caset, can he outrun Vercellino? He's come back up with him. Still Sapo. Does a little bit of a switcheroo. Now decides to take it or run it himself. Forgot to take the ball with him. Caset. Got his teeth stuck in there, has Vercellino, but somehow he manages to, well, he did for a brief moment at least. Caset to steal the ball back, gets the help there from Bensadon. Put a little cut shot on that, left behind now, pick up by Hilario. Caset coming back, challenging Toccalino. And, yeah, we have a whistle. That all looked relatively straightforward. Well, we'll let the umpires work that one out. A lot going on that last play. And you can see the conference there between our 2 mounted officials. Remember, they can trigger any play. So back here to CTV headquarters for us to look at frame by frame, to ensure that the right call was made or is made. And they can always, of course, also refer to Pepe Araja, who is the 3rd man down on the field. Well, it's going to go against Casablanca. Yep, so, okay, that's, yeah, it kind of looked like it was not quite a cross hook, but it was hit behind the saddle there. You can see it of Sapo Caset coming behind the saddle there of the number 4, Santi Toccalino. And as a result of that, they have been awarded a hit from the halfway line, a penalty 5B in favor of Travieso. First major call here, which wasn't an open shut case. Apart from that, fair to say it's been extremely open, very safe, very fast, great pace from both teams. And that was the hook. Yes, slightly not where he should have been on that play. Having another closer look at it. So again, a good call here, hitting from behind the saddle. So the foul going against Casablanca. But remember, the teams can challenge. Question, of course, is when to challenge. And looks like we're going to have another very closer look at this last play. Let's see if the decision stands. Looks like it does. So Santi Toccalino will do the honours now. That's going to go straight down the line. It might actually go all the way. The finishing touch, there it comes. Well, you could not play that any better than the way you've just seen it being played. A hit from the center all the way downfield. Here it comes again. Watch as Toccalino hits it straight down, and I think that might have just gone on its own. And then what a great finish here by Pepe Vercellino, the man with the number 2 on his back. Superbly taken and superbly finished, and that makes it 5 goals apiece here with 4:24 left to play in the first half, i.e. in Chukker number 3. Ball is back in play. Hilario had a piece of it, then lost it. Ganzi. Did he get a little piece of that? Well, Casablanca won't mind. They've got possession. The under the next shot coming, or rather just to put it through straight. No problem for Rufino Bensadon. Picking up his first goal of the match. That means now all 4 players, Casablanca, on the score sheet. And after that goal, just a few seconds before, Pepe Vercellino, also the same applies to Travieso. Both teams now all on the score sheet. 3:40 or thereabouts. We have another, or our last courtesy change here of the first half. Players have been very good in coming back out on the field within a minute. It's always, well, the idea is to be back within 45 seconds, a minute max, but they've been very, very good in getting to the sidelines, getting on a fresh set of legs, and then coming straight back out. And as I say, it's just that 1 goal at the moment in it, as Casablanca are leading by 6 goals to 5. Good shot here of Pepe Vercellino, or just a few moments ago, the man who scored that superb goal for Travieso. As everybody makes their way back to the halfway line for the remaining 3:40 on the clock. 3:42 to be precise, of this first half. Ball's in play. And once again, Travieso have won the throw-in. That's the second mallet, which you've seen better days. Well picked up here by Anthony Calle. The support coming in from Santi Toccalino. Ball just goes wide. Which of course means Casablanca will have possession. Little team talk there between Sapo Caset and Rufino Bensadon. Play is called, and Sapo knocks the ball into play. Well picked up by Rufino Bensadon, sending everybody on a bit of a wild goose chase. He's going to have to run this one himself now. Traffic's coming in from the left and from behind. Pepe Vercellino would love to get just a little nip at him here. There's the drive. Good defense. Very good defense here by Travieso. Ganzi sends the ball back downfield, hoping for, I should say, Sapo Caset, but Travieso were there, felt it coming, a little under the next shot from Juan Martin Zubia. Pepe Vercellino has to come in and lend him a helping hand, chips it all over everyone. And you can see, and I can understand why he's appealing. The umpire says play on. Sapo Caset not happy. Would have liked to have heard the whistle being blown on that last play. In comes Zubia again, long ball. And now we do have a whistle. Came off the back of the pony there of Rufino Bensadon, and that of course means a new line is created. Very, very quick and very fast line change, and Sapo Caset jumped on it straight away. So again, good call here by our 2 mounted officials, 2 of the best in the business, Del Schwetz and Esteban Ferrari. Learned a lot from how they blow the game, and especially at this level. And as you can see, that was within that 20-yard line, or that 20-yard area of the halfway line. So Sapo Caset from the spot, penalty 5A, still Sapo. Plays it out to the wards, What's he going to try and do? A little under the neck shot. He's got Vercellino right in front of him. Little chip shot, nicely done. And it's picked up by the number 3, Casablanca, Rufino Bensadon. Cleared and stolen by Travieso. Let's have a look at the clock. A little under 2 minutes remain. In comes the hard rider from Hilario Figueras. Down the boards, well read, and he was straight on that, was Sapo Caset. Up and away he goes. Leaves that one for Rufino. Back to Hilario. All the mallets in the air, but it's going to be Rufino Bensadon. Still Bensadon. And then on the left side, well done, Rufino, picking up goal number 2 for him. That was a lot of work in getting that goal scored. The attempted near side backhand shot from Santi Toccalino, a lot of traffic. But then, as I said, Rufino Bensadon finds the gap, puts it through, and we're down to a minute left to play here in the first half. Ball's thrown into play once again. Hilario. Quite the pickup he was hoping for. Travieso standing again very cleverly, positioning play, absolutely top draw. And what immaculate condition in that field number 1 is. So a big compliments to the ground staff at Grand Champions Polo Club. I know the players very much appreciate all the hard work that goes into making the fields look the way they do. As that will bring us to the end of the first half. Let's have a look at the stats here. Well, obviously 7 goals to 5. Shots on goal, again, not much in at 9 goals to 8. Knock-ins, same, just 1 in between. Difference, Casablanca 3, Travieso 2. Throw-ins, not much difference there. Fouls, very, very balanced, equally 3 apiece. We will have a short break. Make sure you join us for the second half action of the World Polo League's Founders Cup 2025 right here, CTV Sports.
have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, it's like a big family. We're all, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
The 7th annual Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, it's like a big family. We're all, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
The 7th annual Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us here at CTV Sports, bringing you live coverage and action of the second semi-final, the World Polo League's Founders Cup 2025. Casablanca against Travieso, and in that first half, has to be said, looking at, well, having seen the stats, there's not really much in it from a point of shots of goal, goals scored, fouls committed, knock-ins. 7 goals to 5, just 2 little goals make the difference. It all started very well for Travieso, picking up 3 goals in the first chukker, only 2 for Casablanca. Then Casablanca turned up the heat a little bit, scoring 3 goals. Ganzi picking up 1, Sapo Caset a further 2, and only the 1 goal coming from Juan Zubia in that second chukker. They left the field 5 goals to 4. And Casablanca have literally held on to that little advantage, scoring another 2. Again, Rufino Bensadon picking up those 2 goals in chukker number 3, and just the 1 from Vercellino. Personally, I'd like to see a little bit more of Vercellino. It's always a pleasure to watch him play. But that could very much be part of the strategy that they're going to unleash the 7-goal pro from Chile in the second half. They're down by 2, 5 goals to 7, all to play for and still all to win for, because this is not a foregone conclusion. And as I said, waiting for the outcome of this game, Team Alegria. Once again, congratulations to Fred Mannix and his crew for winning their semi-final earlier today against the Maltese Falcons. Final score was 11 goals to 8. As we're just waiting for 1 or 2 players to rejoin us here on the field. Field number 1, Grand Champions Polo Club. And whilst we wait for the last players to make their way down, let me just remind you what's happening over the weekend. We've got a lot going on here at Grand Champions Polo Club. It all starts tomorrow, 1 p.m. We have the 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy continuing with Rosalinda Cressida Holmes against Camp Polo. You don't want to miss that. And then tomorrow afternoon, the 12-goal action continues with the USPA Bronze Trophy, where Global Port take on the mighty Quite on Z. And I'll tell you a bit more about what's happening on Sunday. Now let's go back to the action and watch Travieso and Juan Zubia get the second half underway. Rufino Bensadon coming in to shut him down very, very quickly, to allow Sapo Caset to take the ball. The ball comes off the boards, a quick line change. Very quickly, Rufino Bensadon is on that board. And again, smart play here. Back to Sapo Caset, and he just whipped that little under the neck shot. And now on the near side, he scored one like that earlier, did Grant Ganzi in chukker number 2. This time just unlucky not to get his mallet head right behind that and push it through the 2 posts there. Unlucky, but another clever set play here from Casablanca. So starting back where we were just a few moments ago, Juan Zubia knocks the ball into play, knocks it out to the left-hand side, where he finds Santi. Oh, a bit too far out. Vercellino, beg your pardon, and a cheeky steal here now by Rufino Bensadon. This will be a walk in the park. Bensadon, yeah, no mistake. It all happened on the sideboards here. When Rufino just said, well, you know what, guys, I'll just take it. And I'll just take it all the way and put it right there. So that's exactly what he's done. His third goal of the match. So for the first time now, a 3-goal advantage in favor of Casablanca early on here in Chukker number 4 as everybody descends back on that halfway line. Umpire Del Schwetz throwing the ball into play. And Vercellino, well, you can probably tell I'm saying his name a lot more than I did in the first half. So clearly that was part of the strategy. We'll just hold him back a little bit and release him out to go out there and do what he does so well in the second half. And that's exactly what seems to be the case. A drive up through the middle, the rotation working again. This time it was intended for, and there he is on the mallet. Juan Martin Zubia has his pocket picked in broad daylight, no less. Wants to and does well to retrieve the ball back. Bensadon sticking very closely to him, trying to force the unforced error on that 9-goaler. Near side forehand shot. What a perfect pass, looking for Anthony Calle. Sapo Caset. Did he clear it? Well, a lot of players coming at that ball from a lot of different angles. Could be a slightly tricky one here. Let's see what the umpires make of that. As we have another look here, the ball comes back out. Sapo hammers a near side backhand shot. Now then, the first man on the line. Yeah. Ganzi didn't even go for a challenge. So he didn't actually, or he tried to avoid committing a foul, but clearly for the umpires, it was a bit too close for comfort. And as a result of that, a penalty too, 30 yards. And it looks like Vercellino is going to now step up and do the honours. No mistake. Goal number 2 for the young man from Chile, making it 8 goals to 6. We are still in the 4th chukker. Remember, we play 6 chukkers, so still anyone's game, and a lot can happen. I'd like to once again welcome our friends that are watching, of course, from all parts, all corners of the globe. Great to have you with us. I know that some of you have made the long trip from Europe to be with us. I'd like to welcome from Black Forest Polo, Knut and Anna Hammelmann. Great to have you with us here this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying the action here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And remember, whether you're at the field or not, you can always follow the action on your handheld device. If you haven't already got the app, get the Grand Champions Polo Club app, where you will have all the updates as they happen, obviously updated on a very, very regular basis. Back to the action we go. 3.5 minutes remaining, and another steal, a very good steal here by Rufino Bensadon. Pulls the ball out of midair and will send that one all the way down towards Miami. Well played, very effective. Goal number 4 for Rufino Bensadon, who just has an incredible eye for the ball. And there it is towards Lake Worth Road. So, quick courtesy change. Good picture here of the man who's currently leading the goal scoring tally with a total of 4. He scored twice in chukker number 3. He's already matched that here in chukker number 4. Behind him, Sapo Caset with 3 goals, and then a goal apiece for Hilario Figueras and for Grant Ganzi. On the other side, at Travieso, it's Juan Martin Zubia with 2 goals, as is now Vercellino, and then a goal from Anthony Calle, and then a goal from Santi Toccalino. They both scored in the opening chukker, making it, as it still stands, now with the 2 goals from Rufino here in chukker number 4, and 1 from Vercellino, 9 goals to 6. Here we go. Ball's back in play. Ganzi. You see a 3-man chain of defense there, or line of defense, as it's picked up by Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia trying to cut in. Ganzi gets a piece of it. Who can turn first? Vercellino will get there just before anybody else. There's an appeal from Hilario Figueras, umpire saying play on. Little chip shot, nicely done. And now the finish. What a good goal. What a good goal. Not much that he needed to do there, that last man standing. Let's have another closer look at this. Here you see Vercellino with a very nice ball just going across all the other heads. And then with the number 4, Santi Toccalino, picking up his second goal of the afternoon, making it 9 goals to 7. So back to 2 goals difference. A little bit of debris there on the field. Needs to, of course, be removed. The umpires always need to keep an eye on anything that, that should be not on the field is also removed. Health and safety, of course, always at a top priority for both the 4-legged and the 2-legged athletes out there. Sunday then, who is going to be taking on, or rather, who will Alegria be taking on? It'll be one of these 2 teams. That much I can promise you on Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Here at Grand Champions Polo Club, field number 2. Powerful under the neck shot. That ball has eyes and power, and just somehow manages to run over that near post. Let's have another closer look at this. Drags the ball out to the right-hand side. Here comes the shot under the neck. That looks like a Nick Roldan type of shot. Rufino Bensadon. And what an amazing goal. His 3rd in this chukker. And that puts them into double figures, 10 goals to 7. With a little under a minute and a half remaining. Ball's in play. Travieso win this one. Open backhand from Toccalino, looking for Zubia, but intercepted by Sapo Caset. Sapo Caset just trying to tee that ball up nicely before he unloads another superb little backhand shot. Didn't quite get through to Hilario Figueras, as now Juan Martin, beg your pardon, Vercellino and Santi Toccalino trying to calm that ball down and set up a new offensive play. Ganzi being challenged, turned now by Vercellino. Well played, Pipe. This is what he does so well. He creates, and if he doesn't, he finds the opportunity to create a little gap. Hammers that one down. This is what I was talking about. Once you release the Vercellino, well, the goals are going to start coming in. Cracking goal here for Travieso, and his 3rd of the match. Cuts across really nicely. He knew there was nobody else there. Takes the shot. Bang. That's how you finish a play like that. So back to that halfway there. They're probably going to get one more throw in before the sound of the first bell. Pipe gets the first touch. Vercellino has to leave it. Bensadon stops and turns. Vercellino comes straight back. Wants to try and win the ball back. Caset now going up. So is Hilario Figueras. The rotation working. Ganzi, of course, is up there as well. Into the corner they go. It'll be Sapo Caset with an under-the-neck shot. Well, ball is still in play. But it can't be much time left because the clock is saying end of chukker. So, and that is indeed the end of the chukker. 3 goals apiece then. So very, very evenly matched. Let's see what happens when we come back. You don't want to miss any of the action here. World Polo League Founders Cup 2025, CTV Sports. We'll be right back.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
The 7th annual Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back. Welcome back, everybody. Two more chukkers lie ahead in this very exciting and thrilling World Polo League Founders Cup semi-final, the second semi-final of the day. If you have only just joined us and were not with us this morning, Alegria took on the Maltese Falcons, beat them 11 goals to 8. So they have secured their place in Sunday's final. And they'll be looking to see the outcome, or waiting for the outcome of this game to determine who they will be playing. And at the moment, it is still very much anyone's game. 3 goals apiece in that last chukker. 2 goals to 1 for Casablanca in chukker number 3. 3 goals to 1 for Casablanca in the second chukker, but 3 goals to 2 in favor of Travieso in the first. So 2 goals in it at the moment. They're going to continue playing where play ended at the end of that previous chukker. But it has to be said, and this is what we've been looking forward to so much, of course, the World Polo League coming round again, and this in its 7th edition. And believe you me, there is still plenty of high goal polo to come. We have a total of 4 tournaments, of course. We already had the All-Star Challenge and Riemann Schneider Memorial. This now the Founders Cup. And then we go to the Palm Beach Open and the Triple Crown of Polo still to come. And I haven't even mentioned all the other tournaments from 6 all the way up to 26 gold that will be played here this season at Grand Champions Polo. And of course, all the action, all the coverage live here on CTV Sports. So let's have a little look at what happened there. Well, that ball, as you can see, it went out of bounds. So Travieso have it. Well, Martin Zubia, who's taken most of the knock-ins until now, has now allowed Santi Toccalino to do exactly that job. Plays it up to the front door. Hard ride off there, but Vercellino, that seems to be a bit of a secret weapon which they've unloaded or unleashed here in the second half, but they have their own game plan. Sapo Caset, bouncing ball. Yeah, unlucky. That ball bouncing did not make life easy for me. Try to finish it with an near side back cut slice shot. Can quite get there. Angle very, very tight. So back to the drawing board, or back to square one, and a knock-in coming here from Santi Toccalino. Where's he going to play it to? Santi will leave that one for Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia also having to, or choosing to go the right side of the field, but he now knows that he's got a man behind him. There he is again, Santi Toccalino. Well, it's a bit like getting a first down in football. They're doing it very effectively. Intercepted this time by Sapo Caset. And after that bouncing ball just a few moments ago, he's going to want to try and get out. Well, wants to get another chance and do everything right this time. Get the deal, get the goal that he so desperately missed earlier. Onto the boards they run. Open backhand. Nicely done. Hilario Figueras got in between. Anthony Calle now up against Rufino Bensadon. Calle appealing. Umpire says play on. Well, this is what makes the World Polo League exactly that what it is. Once again, Juan Martin Zubia plays the ball out towards the boards. Bensadon comes in for a challenge. He felt it coming. Zubia a little bit slow on the turn. Bensadon will take advantage and take on 2 defending players. Little chip shot. And then can he get this on the near side? He tried, turns it around. Sapo Caset, careful. There it comes. No mistake from that distance for Senor Sapo Caset, picking up now his 4th of the game and restoring a 3-goal cushion in favor of Casablanca. Oh, looks like Benson might have just got a little touch on that. So, courtesy change, a little bit earlier than normal. But I think overall, Grant Ganzi, Rufino Bensadon, Sapo Caset, Hilario Figueras can be and should be very happy with their performance so far. A little cushion of 3 goals with 4 minutes remaining, and then one final 6th chukker. Let's see how Travieso will respond to, well, clearly it has to be said, one of the favourites here, Casablanca. Now, Casablanca, as I said, having already won 1 title of the World Polo League Series, the All-Star Challenge, Riemann Schneider Memorial. A game where in that final history was made. They took it up to literally another completely higher level. 32 goals was the handicap on both sides, so 64 goals. Grand Champions Polo Club once again raising the bar, writing history as everybody descends down on the halfway line, ready for that next ball to be thrown in. It's happened. Vercellino with a backhand. He finds Anthony Calle. Ganzi goes up with him. Sapo Caset, just a little touch on the near side. Great ball control. And now the forehand shot. Wants to get it back from Rufino Bensadon. Sapo Caset did ever so well to try and control it. In goes Vercellino. Picking up the loose ball. Vercellino feeds it to Zubia. Juan. Ball goes over the halfway line. Anthony Calle picks it up on the near side. A good run here, Calle. And again, Casablanca, sometimes it just feels like they have an extra man on the field. They are so quick. Now then, maybe Vercellino can utilize a little bit of, or make the most of a little bit of space. Again, a nice touch. Turn around here by Sapo Caset. Left behind for Rufino Bensadon. Back up to Sapo Caset. Grant Ganzi going over the halfway line, anticipating that ball. It's a little bit short and too far out, but he jumps on the back of that line. That is currently in possession of Juan Martin Zubia. Ganzi sticking and not letting go of his man. Zubia now can shake him as Toccalino tries to clear the path for that pass to be made. Anthony Calle. And then Vercellino back up to the number 1. Calle hammers a shot, but he puts it wide. Power play once again here. Very, very strong polo, has to be said, being shown here by both of these teams. And unlucky on that last finish for Travieso. Here we go then. Sapo Caset. Out to the right-hand side this time. Nobody marking. A lot of space given here to Rufino Bensadon. Toccalino going back in defense. Rotation, you can see the players going, rushing past Rufino Bensadon. Little under the next shot. But just not quite finding the angle he needed, he wanted on that finishing, on that last play. So, 70 seconds remain. And just the 1 goal so far scored. Courtesy of Sapo Caset here in the penultimate 5th chukker. Here we go, Santi Toccalino. Taps the ball into play. Sending everybody over to the right-hand side. Ganzi hovering in front of him. There's the pass out to the right. Looking for Juan Martin Zubia. Sapo Caset had the lesser angle, was at that ball a bit quicker. Ganzi now needs to be careful. Calle coming in for the challenge, and it's left for Vercellino to pick up. Vercellino on his own. Will work it. Great pass to Santi Toccalino. But on the inside of that is, of course, Sapo Caset. Sends that one over to the halfway line. Rufino knew that Ganzi had already made his way towards that north end goal mouth. Still Ganzi. And just running out of time. The second time they've had exactly that situation, running out of time. I think it was in the first or second chukker. It was Hilario Figueras. So just the one goal in favor of Casablanca. You don't want to miss the sixth chukker, which will be coming up on your screens in just a few moments. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
The 7th annual Nick Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
World Polo League is back.
Here we go then. Chukker number 6, and it's make or break time now for Travieso. They are down by 3 goals. A goalless chukker from Travieso in that last period of play. Just a single goal coming in from Sapo Caset. You can see there Vercellino and Juan Zubia just comparing notes and probably game plan as to how they're going to turn this around. It is doable, very much so. They just need to pick up an early goal here in chukker number 6. Get back to the center, and of course possession is crucial and fundamental now here for Travieso if they want to leave the field victorious. Play, of course, will resume where play ended at the end of that last chukker. And that looks like a hit from the spot. See where the ball is. Oh, well, maybe not. Grant just knocked it away. So we're going to have I believe a throw in. Yep, there it is. From the boards to the center. One too many balls out on the field. Can also be a hazard. So getting rid of every kind of debris is always very important. So they line up then. And ball's about to be, there it is, thrown into play. 11 goals to 8. Casablanca, remember they're in the pink and white. Travieso in the purple. Near side backhand shot. In front of goal. And it's cleared before it went over the back line. So play continues. Sapo. I beg your pardon, Hilario. But then did he get a foul there for reaching with his mallet across or in front of the legs of his opponent? Here we see the backhander. Yeah, well. Yeah. Just ever so slightly coming in front of Santi Toccalino. That's how I saw it. We'll wait to see how the umpire saw it and where they decide to then drop the ball. It has to be said, it's been a very, very fair and clean game thus far. It's the Statistics showed the halftime stats, 3 fouls apiece, which is very, very low. Well, I believe we're just having another look at that last play. Sapo Caset appealing. Okay, well, Casablanca, and what a good time to pull that challenge. They challenged that play, lost the challenge. And that, of course, means that Travieso still have a challenge in hand. Remember, challenge can never be brought over from one half into the second. Both teams get one per half. And a penalty 5B, a hit from the center for Travieso. Could have done exactly what they needed, which is pick up a very important goal. But Casablanca once again have it under the neck coming from Rufino Bensadon. And look at that perfection as far as the pass is concerned. Looking for Sapo Caset. And another whistle will stop the play. Have another closer look at this. Rufino Bensadon takes the shot, hammers it out to the left-hand side. Yeah, a little bit of an uneven rub on that play. Where Esteban Ferrari is just explaining exactly how that came about, and here you see it again, the under the neck shot coming from Rufino Bensadon, or riding into the swing. Let's see what the umpires make of that after conferring with our third man, Pepe Araji, who of course is down there when the two umpires are not on the same page, because they, and rightly so, saw something from a different angle. A third set of eyes, and those of Pepe Araji, should help clear up the issue at hand. So let's wait and see what they decide to do. Well, there was a foul called against Travieso. Travieso played, and rightly so, their challenge card. There was no foul, so they retain their challenge as there was no foul. That is the umpires, or the conclusion of that challenge. So well done, Travieso. Holding on to their challenge. 6:41 on the clock. And if they were going to use it, this would be the chukker in which to do so. They trail by 3. And let's see if they can shorten that. Left behind for Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia, we know, is a big hitter and a strong and a straight hitter. Travieso still have it. Trying to take around the outside. Vercellino gets a bit of a challenge there first from Sapo Caset. Then coming from the second line of attack was Ganzi. Now the whistle will stop the action with a little over 6 minutes remaining. Well, a lot going on there. And that, to me, in that first replay, let's have another look at it here. You can see on the turn, was that a cross hook? And that also, that rub there from Bensadon against Vercellino, uneven. So plenty for the umpires there to work out. And it looks like they're going to go and give it in favor of Travieso. This is very important here. Open goal penalty 2. And no mistake. Very important goal here. Coming to you by Santi Toccalino. Picking up his third, his second from the penalty 2 spot. So 11 goals to 9. 2 more goals needed. And still plenty of time for Travieso to get the upper hand. But let's see how Casablanca will react and play out the last 5 minutes and 45 seconds. Ball's back in play, picked up by Sapo, beg your pardon, by Grant Ganzi. Ganzi will have a crack at this. And the backhand, umpire getting out of the way. Nicely done on the near side, pushing the man first. Good polo here. Very good polo indeed. As Santi Toccalino tries to get the ball off the boards. Near side backhand coming, and away we go with Juan Martin Zubia. Well, there was a whistle just before. That was pretty clean when he intercepted it, and that's where the foul took place. Sapo Caset, clearly the lesser angle, had already jumped onto that right away, onto that line. Good call here. Well, that's how I saw it by our mounted officials. Remember, Casablanca don't have a challenge anymore. So, I need to be careful now. 4:18 remaining on the clock. Well, umpires there, Schwetz and Ferrari, just once again comparing notes here. You see it again here on the play, just at the bottom of your screen as okay, the foul stands. I've just been told Travieso had another challenge, of course, and what better time than to well, make use of it now. But I think it's clear. It was clear to see that that was a pretty open shut case, at least. I know it's easy for me to say, but there was a clear right-of-way infringement against Travieso. They lost their challenge, which now means that neither team has a challenge left. Sapo Caset will take this this penalty from the halfway line, the 5B. Now then, will he go for the direct hit? Or would he just tap it in, try to get a little bit closer? Here we go, play is called. Let's see if Sapo Caset can bring his team into double figures. Very treacherous, these balls, and Ganzi nearly got a piece of it. Stopped and turned by Rufino Bensadon. Goes back to pick up the loose ball. Zubia waiting to come in for the ride-off. And the under the neck shot, not quite as clean as he would have liked. Travieso will let that one run over the back line. Let's keep a close eye on the clock here. 4.5 minutes remaining. Travieso need a couple of quick goals. One to bring them within one goal of those already 11 scored by Casablanca. Santi Toccalino. Little touch there by Sapo Caset and Rufino Bensadon, and this is exactly what Casablanca now need. Hold on to the ball, and look at that, all the way up to the front door. An appeal coming in from Hilario. Umpire's not having any of it. They're saying play on. Santi Toccalino trying to find a little gap to try and get out of that cluster of players. And it will be Ganzi on the near side. Stolen and picked up by Juan Martin Zubia. Yeah, and they're both going for him. Bensadon and Ganzi. That's why Zubia is 9 goals in a day of the week. Untangles himself out of this situation. Little backhand shot and a great support here by Anthony Calle. Extended by Ganzi, not long enough, and right into the lap here of Santi Toccalino. Toccalino now in In front and on his own, Toccalino. A little deflection. Sapo Caset, but already on the line with Vercellino. Let's see if the umpires give him that penalty. He jumped on that line. Very clever. We'll have to wait and see. See it again here. Toccalino trying to work it. Sapo's behind him. It's a broken play. And then right there, bottom of your screen, Vercellino. Sapo probably wondering, where did he come from so quickly? So, courtesy change. Let's see what the umpires made of that when we come back. Well, we're not going anywhere. But after the courtesy change, a final chance for me to remind you what's happening here at Grand Champions Polo Club, and of course on CTV Sports this weekend. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. You don't want to miss the 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy. Rosalinda and Cressida Holmes taking on Camp Polo. You definitely don't want to miss that. And then at 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, the USPA Bronze Trophy continues with Global Port taking on the mighty Quite on Z. And then, of course, on Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock, the final of the World Polo League's Founders Cup. Coming to you live from field number 2 and, of course, live on CTV Sports. Right. Players have had a courtesy change. They're coming back out onto the field. Now then, let's see where the umpires decide to drop that ball after that last foul committed, which looked like it was well, to me, an open shut case, a right-of-way infringement. Vercellino had very cleverly jumped onto that right-of-way, and it looks like it's either a spot or a penalty too for Travieso. They can all step up and take the shot. Who ultimately will it be? Well, we'll have to wait and see. And with 3 minutes, a little over 3 minutes remaining, if they can convert a penalty here now, then this is still very much a game that is alive and kicking. And just teeing up as a penalty 2 or a spot. So they've gone for the spot based on the vicinity of where that foul took place. And a chance here for Santi Toccalino to pick up another, his 3rd from the spot. So that puts them right back into this game. They trail by 1. We have 3 minutes and counting, or just under 3 minutes remaining here in chukker number 6. And at the moment, after we had a goalless chukker from Travieso in chukker number 5, just the 1 goal coming from Sapo Caset in that 5th chukker. It is now 2-0 for Travieso, but they need that last 3rd goal here to possibly push this game into overtime if they want the victory. Unless they can do it in the time that's given, is also possible. 2:24 on the clock, plenty of time here for Travieso to get it done within the regular time left. But this kind of a break, surprised there that Sapo Caset could not take that a bit further. Rufino Bensadon and Vercellino over on the far side. In comes Pipe once again, takes aim. Vercellino in front of goal. And he'll score. He'll pick it up, and we have a game. It is 11-11. And still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Now then, with 1.5 minutes or thereabouts remaining, let's see if either of these two teams can pick up, which if they do score, I'm sure whoever that will be, it'll be the goal of the match. Clock has just briefly been stopped. So, 1 minute and 26 remain to be played here in our second semi-final. Well, of course, here at CTV Sports, we wish both teams the very best of luck. But what a comeback and what a steal here. Pipi Vercellino, is he on that line? Did Grant cut across? Umpire says play on. But they got lucky as Santi Toccalino picked up that loose ball. Now Rufino Bensadon has well over a minute to try and put this one up. Ganzi on the near side, couldn't control it. Near side backhander from Rufino Bensadon. Nobody home for Casablanca. Instead, it is Juan Martin Zubia. He knows that he's got to play against the clock and he's got to be quick. Left behind. 4. Pipi Vercellino back to Juan Martin Zubia. Zubia takes the outside route. Here comes the shot. It's high, slightly topped the ball. Goes to the boards. Sapo. Now, is this the pass that could send Rufino Bensadon all the way upfield? It possibly could. Gets over the halfway line. Bensadon needs to keep his head down and controls it, corrects himself really, really well. And surely, no mistake, Rufino Bensadon, a very important goal to make it a full dozen here for Casablanca, with literally just a matter of seconds remaining in the 6th and final chuck. But it all started with that perfect pass from Sapo Caset, and away he goes. Rufino Bensadon, this is where he had to correct himself. Well played, and then just a finishing little touch here. Not an easy shot to do. Well done, Rufino Bensadon. So here we go then. That is full time. 12 goals to 11 in the nick of time. Shots on goal. Casablanca, 5 more than Travieso. Knock-ins, 8 for Travieso, only 4 for Casablanca. Throw-ins exactly the same. Fouls, 7-4. Well, give or take. And penalties scored slightly more by Travieso. What a great match here at Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 1. The stage is set for Sunday. Casablanca will be taking on Alegria. From all of us here at CTV Sports, we hope you enjoyed our triple header. Remember, as I said, the action continues tomorrow with the 6-goal Halo Polo Trophy at 1 o'clock, at 3 o'clock, the USPA Bronze Trophy, and everything, of course, here on CTV Sports. Enjoy your weekend and tune in tomorrow.